Welcome back, world. We got a predicament going on, and I'll tell you what we're doing here. Kind of change of plans. We got the chipper in here, and we're kind of discussing how things are going to go. So what we have on this job is a bunch of oak. So as you can tell, like that's all oak except that's one bundle of that bundle's maple. Everything else is oak. So I'll tell you a little secret. The one mill that we haul to doesn't really like oak. They use the least amount of oak compared to everything else. So therefore, we usually don't haul a lot of oak in. They'll take a little bit, so we have to kind of make it go other places. So here's our trick on how to do that is whoever's running the slasher has to make most of it disappear. So what that means is I'm going to be busy cutting bunches of firewood and bunches of logs, and that's kind of how it works. And then we have the least amount of chips possible. So that's kind of what's going on right now. And so the easiest way to set this up is to separate us. We're going to have to separate. And this is kind of how it's set up now. I would be sitting here and Josh would be next to me. The only problem is it's hard for me to keep ahead of him if I have to pull as much possible out of that tree and separate it over here and give it to him. So when I'm sitting next to him, it's very hard for me to keep ahead of him that way. So what the option is we're going to move him up here and move me back here. That way he's telling me my CB antenna fell down. That way I can get ahead, and then they're going to have to drop a bundle at me and then pull it to the chipper. But that way I can get ahead and I can cut as much possible out of that tree as possible. So without the chipper waiting on me. So they're going to move that up there. We'll be separated. That way we can get as much out of that tree as we can. Because I'm going to be a busy boy with oak for a while. So that's kind of what's going on. So they're actually they didn't like the position of that chipper as it was anyways. So I talked to the cutter and I talked to Josh and I said, what about instead of just sitting up there, we just move that way ahead and we separate and we get in a line instead of next to each other. So therefore you have a long skinny landing instead of a wide landing. You have a long skinny one, and either way you set it up, it works out. So that's kind of what's going on now. So he just moved me over here, and then the chipper was sitting there, and they're going to move the chipper, and then I can get situated, and we can kind of figure out where the best place to put that is, and we'll do that. So it's going to be a little more work for me. Not a whole lot more work for me, but it'll be a little more work for the skidder guys because they have to drop the bundle at me. And what they'll do is they drop a bundle at me, and they actually double up every bundle is kind of how we normally do it. They'll pull one bundle to me, drop it, I'll slash it, get a small bundle of tops, they'll grab another bundle, and I'll slash it, and they'll come by the next time with a third bundle, drop it, grab the two double bundle top, and pull it to Josh, and then we go from there. But we can kind of go back and forth. So there's a dispute now, I don't know what it is. Josh's stiff legs are down. Are you going to move that? Are you going to move that? Well. Oh, we're getting the dozer out? That's fine with me. Yeah, just put it right where that tool truck is. Would that work? Would that work? So as you can tell, that's already been cut, and so what we're doing is just moving them couple oak bundles that were set over there. We'll stump that out real quick. It'll only take a minute. The stumps are all half rotten anyways from when they cut that. We'll set the chipper. I was telling him about where that tool truck is, and we'll go from there. So they're going to move that so I can get set up, and then they can kind of see. The problem with this is much longer than the other slasher, so it's hard for me to decipher how far away from Josh I need to be. Okay, here we go. We're gonna line up on this trail right here. Okay, that'll get us out of the way. They move the chipper out, so that's what's going on right now. So I'd like to be right here, but there's not much of a inlet. Like, all that wood stays there standing, and that wood there stays standing. That's all single stump oak, so that stays. So therefore I'm trying to figure out the best option and go from there. So kind of everyone, it's like a giant circus. We're setting up a big old circus, and we just need a good coordinator. So how this works is, like, if I set up right here, it's not too bad. I think it looks good. I'll show you. We'll drop all our stiff legs. We'll take a look at it and see what everybody thinks, because how this works is a little more tricky. We've done it. I know we've done it before on the channel. I'm sure there's some people that haven't seen it. It's kind of a different setup. So we will get her set up. So at this angle, I can obviously have plenty of room over here to stack all my logs. The wood's funneling out of there. See, and here's the problem. I need to be over that way. Well, I think we finally got her where we want her. I got plenty of room over here for all my logs, and a log truck can come in and get on the back side and get me loaded and get out of here. Get him loaded and get out of here. I got room for the firewood over here. Plenty of room for that. Everything should be just fine. And here's the problem. You cut your wood here, you set your tops over here, and the skidder comes through here, drops wood, grabs the tops over here, and pulls in the chipper. And I got enough room there. And what's nice is I think we're looking real good there. Plenty of room. And then there's plenty of room over here where they can get wood to the chipper and get wood bark away from the chipper. So yeah, fun. Everything's looking good, coming along. There is, yep, you can see that up there. But anyways, hope it's been a long day, and I still have a truck to load, so we got work to do. I'm ready for logs, so I'm gonna holler at a skidder guy here and get to work, because I can start slashing while they're waiting to set up that chipper. They don't need me. That's the advantage of the situation. I can start working while they're doing other stuff. I can keep cutting logs. So I think that'll work. Shifter knob's not put away. And Josh has got a question for me, how to run the circus. Just keep rolling. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the peninsula.